Good day everyone, I'm Anne Francine Santos and I will present the Philippine taxation. First, the corporate income tax. The corporate income tax rate is 25%. Domestic, micro, small, and medium-sized companies will direct benefits from a preferential rate of 20%. Business with taxable income of up to 5 million pesos and not exceeding to 100 million. Next, the Ease of Paying Taxes Act. The Ease of Paying Taxes Act, also known as Republic Act Number 1197-6, became effective on January 22, 2024. This law aims to modernize tax administration and streamline processes to encourage easier compliance for taxpayers. Notable changes include the new classification of taxpayer. Taxpayers are now categorized based on gross sales. Micro, less than 3 million pesos. Small, 3 million pesos to less than 20 million. Medium, 20 million to less than 1 billion pesos. Large is 1 billion and above. Next is the minimum corporate income tax. A minimum corporate income tax or MCIT of 2% is imposed on the gross income of domestic and resident foreign corporation annually. It is imposed from the beginning of the fourth taxable year immediately following the commencement of the business operation of the corporation. Next is withholding tax. Una is yung dividends. Dividends distributed by a resident company are subject to withholding tax at 25%. Those distributed to non-residents are taxed at 15%, provided the country of the non-resident recipient allow a tax credit of 15%. The withholding tax may be reduced under an applicable tax treaty. Next is yung interest. Interest paid to a non-resident is subject to a 20% withholding tax unless otherwise stipulated under a tax treaty. Next is yung royalty. Royalty payments made to a domestic or resident company are subject to a final withholding tax of 20%. A 25% withholding tax is levied on royalty payment to non-residents. Next is fringe benefits tax. Fringe benefits granted to a supervisory and managerial employees are subjected to a 35% tax on the gross-up monetary value of the fringe benefit. Under new income tax regulation, fringe benefits mean any good, service, or other benefits granted in cash or kind, other than the basic compensation by an employer to an individual employee. Next is the branch profit remittance tax. Branches of foreign companies in the Philippines, except those registered with the Philippines Economic Zone Authority, are subject to income tax at 30% of their income derived within the Philippines. A 15% branch profit remittance tax or BPRT is levied on the after-tax profit remitted by a branch to its head office. Next is improperly accumulated earning tax. Income accumulated by closely held corporation to avoid tax attracts an improperly accumulated earning tax o IAET of 10%. The closely held corporation may refer to companies wherein at least 50% of the capital stock or voting power is owned directly or indirectly by not more than 20 individuals. Next is personal income tax. The Philippines implements a progressive personal income tax rate of up to 35%. Next is value added tax. The 12% value added tax or VAT rate is imposed on most and services that have achieved actual gross sales of over 3 million pesos. VAT exemption for exporter of local purchases. The Philippines issues a value-added tax exemption for registered exporters on their local purchases of goods and services through revenue regulations or RR number 21 to 2021. Here's the revised VAT policy on foreign digital services. As of July 2024, the Philippines government began exposing a 12% VAT on non-resident foreign business-to-consumer customers B2C services through Senate Bill 2528. The move aims to ensure a more competitive environment for local digital services providers. Lastly, the File and Pay Anywhere. Taxpayers can now file returns and pay taxes at any authorized agent bank or revenue district office RDO, enhancing convenience and eliminating the 25% surcharge on wrong venue fillings. To further incentives investment, the Create More Act increases the range and percentage of deductible expenses under the EDR. Power expenses, this is the first. Additional deductions for power expenses are increased to 100% from the previous 50%. Making a Philippines a more attractive destination for energy incentives industry like manufacturing and logistics. Next is the trade fairs and exhibitions. Businesses can now deduct expenses related to trade fairs and exhibitions, encouraging market expansion both locally and internationally. Lastly is net operating loss carry over or NOLCO. Companies can carry over net operating losses as deductions within 5 years following the income tax holidays or the ITH period of the project, rather than within the taxable years of the loss.